Hey guys, this is video number 2 and I wanted to go on a bit of a rant really. I'll just start by saying, yeah, I'm eating my dinner right now purely because I don't have any studio set up. I've been wanting to make videos for a long time, and to be honest with you, look, I just do not have the time to start a YouTube channel properly. So I'm making videos on my phone for now. Obviously in the future, if people like what I'm saying, then I will start to come out with more polished content, shall we say. So what I want to talk about with you today, I've just got back to Portugal, by the way. Absolutely beautiful place, beautiful place. Highly recommend it. Fairly low tax, which is a bonus. Great weather. I've definitely caught a bit of sun today. And the food's very good as well. So I definitely rate it highly. It's obviously just a little bit hot, so apologise about the shirt being off, but what can I do? So yeah, what I really want to talk with you today about is the subject of women and how women are just gaming guys left, right and centre like I've never ever seen before, okay? So, I mean, you know, typically, all right, it used to be the way that if a woman was attractive, she'd get attention from the guys local to her. Might be a guy she went to school with, it might be a guy she knows from work, it could be a guy she meets out at the local bar, the local park, the local gym, whatever it is, okay? And I feel like women used to have time for those men that would either speak with them or that would interact with them. You know, they're very receptive to that. And they were basically choosing from a pool of maybe 10, 15 guys that have their shit together, that they know locally, that they've interacted with over the period of maybe, let's say, like a few years. Or it could even be a few months, and it could be lesser guys. Do you know what I mean? Depends how picky the girl is. But you get what I'm saying, yeah? There was a certain number of guys in, I guess, her pool that she could choose from. And obviously the girl is not just the only girl in the town. She's competing with the other girls in the town, okay? They're all trying to look good. They know there's a lot of pressure on them to look good because there's maybe only a handful of guys in that town that are actually going to provide them with what they want and what they need, okay? And, you know, I'll come on to it a little bit later about the differences between, you know, the needs of men and the needs of women. Obviously, you know, for a man, his needs and wants are very different to what a woman's needs and wants are. You know, when we start to talk about things like security, when we start to talk about things like, you know, safety, protection, support, stability, etc. Obviously, these are things that are more associated with what women's needs are. But when it comes to guys, you know, they're less impressed by the woman that has, you know, sort of, for example, a high-flying career or has, you know, a lot of assets or a lot of wealth. It's of less appeal because the man knows he can get that himself. So he's looking for something a little bit different, and typically tends to be more, you know, sort of beauty, personality, humour, energy, etc. These kind of factors. And I'm not saying that the girl isn't after that as well, because she is. But I think going forward, if we fast forward to where we are today, then we seem to be in a society where there is endless options for women. Women have endless options. Attractive women are getting approached all the time by a certain percentage of the men that have money, have status, sometimes have fame, usually have looks as well. When you tick all the boxes as a man, all of a sudden, you know you have appeal to pretty much every woman out there. And everybody's connected globally now through social media, such as Instagram. So if you have all those boxes ticked as a man, you can build up the perfect dating profile, the perfect Instagram. You can start making, you know, videos online. You can start to build a profile for yourself and start to increase your social value, not just to those sort of 5 to 10 attractive women in your town, but to millions of women all around the world. You can reach out to all of them. You can buy yourself a robot to go and send messages to 1,000 profiles a day on Instagram. I mean, I haven't done it, I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing you can probably do it, right? So you can basically sort of penetrate the entire global population of women. So what I'm trying to say is that men that don't have all of that criteria are all of a sudden at a massive disadvantage, because it just became tenfold more competitive. Because now you're not just competing with Mark and Phil and Paul that you went to school with. You're now competing with sort of Diego and whoever it is, Diego from Spain, or Matty from Russia, whoever it is, and people with serious money, serious game, with a lot of free time as well, that live in exotic locations. All of these things obviously appeal to young women, and it's just basically distorted the dating market. Obviously, as a man, you have to build your value. You aren't born, or the vast majority of us men are not born with access to that sort of capital in terms of wealth and freedom straight away. It's something that the vast majority of men have to go out there and have to earn. They have to work hard, they have to learn a skill, learn a trade, learn a profession, not just be okay at it, but excel at it, to be better than the other people around them, to obviously stand out, because meritocracy is not going to get you where you want to be. You need to be a high achiever these days. So it became infinitely more difficult now as a man, and therefore there really is only one way that you're going to get yourself to that level whereby you have the pick of these girls, and that is literally going down that list and nailing every single box on that list. And good luck is all I'm going to say. And if one of those boxes is not ticked, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be another man out there that has that box ticked when you don't. And of course, your girl is going to leave you for him, because it's true what Chris Brown says. These hoes ain't loyal. I'm just being real with you. They are not loyal. Take it from me. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. A lot of these women, as soon as someone better comes along, you're yesterday's news. You're the past. And now she's living in the present with another guy. So, look, I mean, I will make more videos on what's happening with the dating market, and obviously I will give you tips to help you obviously navigate this and to find success in today's dating market as a man that possibly doesn't have all those boxes ticked. And obviously I can share with you things that have worked for myself and ways you can actually get to where you want to be as a guy, okay? But it's very hard now. And the competition for women has just been totally taken away, okay? You don't have to be a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 woman to get a man that ticks all the boxes. What I'm trying to say is there's a handful of guys that are high value, that are probably the female equivalent of being your 10s, your 8s, your 9s, and they are literally able to access all of the women that they want. Obviously, they're not going to want the 1s, 2s, 3s, and the 4s. Maybe they don't mind the odd 5 if she has something that he likes. But in general, the guys below that are really, they're playing in the sand, and they are basically sinking. And it's tough. It's sad to see. It's sad to see girls game guys like this. Girls pretty much demanding what they want. Pay for this, pay for that. If you say no, then someone else out there is going to say yes these days. And that's just the reality. So I think, obviously, the key things you need You need to get your finances in order. That's a massive thing. Chasing women takes up a lot of time, a lot of time. You don't want to waste your life as a brokey chasing women every day. You're just going to waste away. You're not going to get the results you want, okay? So get your finances in order. Level up your looks. Get yourself in the gym. Eat clean. Take care of yourself. Groom, etc. And learn the game. Learn how to treat women. I'm not saying be rude, but understand how to talk to women. Understand when to give them your attention. Understand when to pull it away. Understand a bit more about the psychological side of dating. And those are my 3 main tips, really. Finance, looks and physique, and game. Sort of verbal, not even verbal, also physical game as well. You know, the way you carry yourself, the way you project, okay? But we'll cover each of those things moving forward in other videos, okay? So, and for the women, like I say, they've never had it so good. I've literally seen women 18, 19, they've been flown around the world. They're on, you know, private jets, on yachts, etc., staying at the best hotels, eating at the best restaurants. They haven't had to do a thing. And they have absolutely no clue about just how hard guys work to be able to pay for all that and provide that. But, you know, women do have a short shelf life at the end of the day. And this, unfortunately, is their unfortunate. That, yeah, they're very fortunate that when they're young and if they're relatively attractive, they're going to have men offering them all sorts in terms of lifestyle. But also at the same time, when a woman reaches a certain age, then there are younger, newer models out there that can then replace those women. So that is pretty much the game. And I think, you know, the key is if you want to be happy with a woman, then you obviously need to find one that is, you know, is worth it, has, you know, characteristics beyond just looks. Yeah. And this is a really big thing for me. And this is why when I see a woman is just trying to game me, it's not going to last much longer. Okay. I will never get attached. I will never get completely attached to a woman, that I have concerns about. So, and again, that's very hard to do, but you really need to keep your emotions in check. And this is, you know, kind of going into to 3 about the game, about the psychology side. You've got to keep your head together. It's easier said than done, obviously, when, you know, feelings are involved. So, yeah, on that, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you have, please do like and subscribe. I will be putting out a lot more content going forward. Apologies, I'm currently eating my dinner. Apologies about the state of the background, but look, I'm just having to make videos as and when I can right now. And obviously in the future, it is my intention to make things a lot more professionally, get a few, you know, photos, a bit of music in the videos, and yeah, sort of tell some interesting stories. I've got a lot of very interesting stories that I'm looking forward to telling people on this channel. So better subscribe and look out for those. All right. Bye.